Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Yavion Johnson and I'm bringing y'all another video. Okay, so hopefully the video isn't too crooked, but because I can't see what you guys are seeing, but I wanted to show you guys in this video a collective haul of everything I've been purchasing, I guess toward the end of November up until basically like a couple days ago in December. Okay, it is the day after Christmas, so Merry Christmas to everyone that celebrates that, or Happy Holidays to everyone who doesn't. Okay, I usually say I don't want this video to be too long, but honestly and truly it takes me 32 years to finish just a bag of empties to explain it to you guys, so this is probably going to be a long video. Also, I plan on separating these into parts if it gets too long when I'm editing, but we'll see. If I'm able to add it all in one video, then I will, but I may like split it up by 20 minutes or so. Okay, so I don't want to do too much long talking in the very beginning, but I do want to go ahead and like kind of tell you guys what I'm going to be showing you guys. I will be showing you guys a collective haul from maybe small businesses, from, you know, regular size businesses, as well as like maybe stuff that I picked up in store. And most of these things are going to only be body care. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I first want to start off with what I picked up in store. All right, so I picked up a few, well, you know, about 3 to 4 fragrances or items from Burlington TJ Maxx. I was really going in there because I was trying to find the perfume oils from Sand and Fog. I've known about Sand and Fog since last year, and I've bought some in TJ Maxx or Marshalls like between last year and earlier this year. But it seems like toward the end of the year, I don't know if they became even more popular, or in my area, they weren't sending a lot, because I think I ended up asking the store worker, and I was like, hey, those Sand and Fog oils, like, where are they? She's like, oh, they're usually over there with perfumes. I'm like, yeah, I checked over there. It's not there, and it hasn't been there for the last 32 times I've came to the store. And she's like, oh, well, we usually get like 1 or 2, so they're usually like gone by the time, you know, people start coming in. Girl, you knew they was gone before you start pinpointing me to where to go and get it. But okay, so I wasn't able to pick up any Sand and Fog oils from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So I just gave up and I decided to actually go on their website, which I'm going to show you guys later. But yeah, I also was influenced by looking at Living Ash. She kept showing 2 Coach perfumes, and I was like, ooh, I want to get a Coach perfume in the little gift set. Usually I just get them like only the perfume and that's it, but like it had like a cute little baggie and I wanted it, I'm not gonna lie. So I wanted to look for one, but I was hoping that I would either find like maybe Coach Dream Sunlight, or not, no. I was hoping that I would either find Coach Dream Sunset, or, you know, like one of the things that I had on my list, but I didn't. So let me show you guys what I actually did find from the Coach Dreams line. So I ended up finding this one right here. This is Coach Dreams, just the original one. And this set is supposed to come with the perfume, a little small perfume, as well as the lotion, and a little baggie for the Coach. I plan on taking the little baggie out and using it in my purse to like maybe store my lip chap, lip gloss, things like that, like lip oil, you know, stuff that I always find hard to find in my purse because it's all over the place. Okay, so I hope that you guys are able to see this. Okay, so like I said, this is the Coach Dreams. This is the original one. I never smelt this one, or if I did, it was forgettable. But I tried to go to Ulta before I bought this, because Ulta and TJ Maxx are literally at the same place. So when I saw this, I said, oh, let me go down there and go smell the Coach perfumes. But my Ulta, it seems like all of the TJ Maxx, the Marshalls, the Ulta near me, they're low key, I don't know. They kind of lackluster, because I went there and they used to have like a section where the Coach perfumes were, but they only had like one out, and it was the one that I know that I like, which is the Coach Dream Sunset, and nothing else either had like the little atomizer tops on there, or was there for me to smell. I was like, girl, where's all the perfumes? Someone send help. Okay, so this is what this one looks like. Again, don't know if you guys are able to see it, but this is a full-size bottle of the Coach Dreams perfume. This is a perfumed body lotion, as well as the small version for like travel or whatever. I usually spray my fragrance on before I leave and then go out, but sometimes I spray my perfumes at the gym because because I leave the gym. I take a shower at the gym and leave the gym and then go to work immediately after. So the times that I want to wear this perfume, then I probably would use this up until it's gone. Then I'll transition to this one. They also have this little baggie. Like I said, I already told you guys how I wanted to utilize that one. So yeah, I smelled it. It was kind of like a cute little floral fragrance. It's not my favorite of the Coach Dreams line that I've smelled, but it is what it is. I was able to get it, and this one was $70, and I feel like that's okay with what I've looked at on Joma Shop. The Coach Dreams fragrance, I think, is the cheapest one from this line, but the lotion and then the travel size as well as this kind of like let me be okay with the price range. I feel like I got my bang for my buck for this. And even though I get gift sets, I sometimes say, no, I'm not going to get it because I don't feel as though that is a good price. And I felt like this one was. So that's the reason why I picked this one up. I also have another perfume gift set, but I'm going to tell you about these 3 other fragrances. And then I'm going to go get that one. Okay. So I also went into Burlington. And Burlington usually has a lot of fragrances. And then they end up putting a whole nother little cart thing that has fragrances in my local Burlington that's near my job. And I was like, okay, they really going serious with the perfumes this time. So I went in and I was like, oh, it's going to be a good perfume buying experience, because I immediately went in there and I found one of the fragrances that I had on my list, and that was Tiramisu Speculoos, right? Hopefully you guys are able to see that, but I'll show you guys the bottle if not. So this is what this one looks like. Okay. It looks like this, and then it has the little, like, it almost looks like it's like whipped cream and then a cherry on top. So this is Tiramisu Speculoos. Now this is not my favorite one from out of the 2 that I bought that's supposed to smell like this, but it kind of reminds me of Camra a little bit, but a little bit sweeter, or a little bit different in the notes a little bit. Like I guess the spices on it is just a tad bit different. Yeah, this one reminds me, this Tiramisu Speculoos kind of reminds me of how Camra is, which is another reason why like I was adamant about trying to get that fragrance out of my collection, because I'm like, girl, how many more things is gonna smell like that? And I still have this sitting around just chillaxing. So I ended up getting that one. I also ended up getting Banana Bliss, and my mom ended up smelling both of this one and the Tiramisu Speculoos. And when she smelled Banana Bliss, honestly, she wasn't like, oh, that smells so good, I want it. She was like, oh, okay, I like, that's not bad. And usually my mom like makes this clearing of the throat noise, like she doesn't like something when she doesn't like something, right? So she did that for the Tiramisu Speculoos, but for Banana Bliss, she wasn't mad at, which is crazy, because this one basically smells like a banana, like banana bread or something like that. Okay, this is what this one looks like, exactly like the other bottle with the little cherry on top. And this one, like I said, smells like banana bread to me. It smells like it has walnuts in it too. That's what, girl, yeah. I like this one. This is a little bit different from what I have in my collection. I'm not necessarily a gourmand girly, but I've learned to appreciate them. And I just felt like I was buying it during the time that it gets cold. So I was just like, let me go ahead and pick it up. This is the perfect time to do that. So that's what I did. See guys, I know myself, okay? This is pre-editing, and I went to go check around the camera, and we're almost already at 10 minutes, if not 10 minutes, okay? So like I said, this is gonna be a long video. So this is Jean Paul Gaultier's Divine Le Parfum. I put this on my list for my parents to buy last year, and then they didn't get it, which is fine. I didn't get it for Christmas, so I was like, okay, I'll just eventually buy it myself. But I happened to find it, and then I found it not only for a pretty good price. I found this one for a decent price. I don't know what the price was, I'm not gonna lie, because I tried looking, and I don't know if I'm just like blind right now or what, but it's not showing me what the actual price was. So it comes with the actual perfume and it's the 1.7. Of course, I usually prefer the full size, but I have so many perfumes that I'm okay with getting the 1.7 in this perfume. And honestly, I've been slowly but surely trying to, like, if I'm getting more fragrances, get the smaller size. But sometimes it's like the smaller size just does not make sense when it comes to the price. Like if the three ounce is $150, but then the 1 ounce is $100. Which one should I get? I feel like I should just get the 3 ounce. It just makes more sense. But that's just me, you know. I also have the lotion here. I usually don't use like perfume lotions, but I never had a perfume lotion, so I can't really say if that's true or not. So we're gonna see how this works. I don't know if this is gonna be moisturizing or not, but usually I have another lotion to utilize with it. Girl, I need to get to it. It's not even the nitty gritty, okay? So I also picked up this Frankie perfume by Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande was actually one of the first fragrance brands that I decided to, well, one of the first perfume lines that I decided to go down a rabbit hole with a little bit when I first started getting into buying perfumes. I ended up buying, my very first perfumes that I ended up buying was Cloud and Sweet Like Candy. Off of the Walmart website. So, and then I ended up seeing that they had like some limited edition scents. And this was, I think, around the time that they came out with the Thank You 2.0 that was only available in like Walgreens or something at one point in time. Now you can find it at TJ Maxx, Marshalls for a cheaper price. But I wasn't able to find this one. And I was like, man, I kind of wanted to smell this one. I actually wanted to smell all of her fragrances. So when I wasn't able to smell this one, I was like, And lo and behold, I find it at Burlington years later from me wanting to get it at that time. So this is what this one looks like. This is, I think, supposed to be her stepbrother or something like that. This is what the fragrance looks like. I think this is just like a 1.7 fluid ounce, which is a 50 milliliter, which is good enough for me. Usually if her stuff wasn't in a 1 ounce, it was a full size product. So I'm used to smaller fragrances with her. This smells pretty similar to, I think, Sweet Like Candy. Not necessarily Sweet Like Candy, but it smells pretty similar to Ari, which Ari is one of my favorites from her. So yeah, with just a little bit different added notes, I guess, to make it different. But for the most part, it smells similar to one of her fragrances, which is Ari, in my opinion. I was in Walgreens picking up my prescription, and then I come across the Soap and Glory body butter. Now, I had seen Liv and Ash talk about them. She went to go smell the fragrances. I think she went to go smell the vanilla one, and she was also looking at the rose one. But I also smelled all the other ones, except for the watermelon one, because I don't know, I be acting like I have so many watermelon scents, but I really don't. So I could have smelled that one, but I don't. Watermelon usually smells very similar, and I'm usually always influenced to get watermelon because it's fruity. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna smell it. So I decided to smell like the other ones. They had like a tropical one, which smelled like coconut and pineapple, but it actually felt like it was fruitier, like a fruity coconut, like that I really like, to where it didn't just give me straight up like buttery coconut and pineapple, which sometimes they do that with the pina colada scents that I dislike. But I happen to also smell the Radiant Rose, and I smelled the Radiant Rose and I wasn't mad at it, right? I was like, oh, okay. And because I'm not really a rose lover, when I find something that I'm like, oh, okay, I usually go ahead and pick it up, because when is the next time that I'm going to find another rose scent that I can tolerate or that I like? So this is Wild Rose and Bergamot scent. Like I said, it's nothing to write home about. However, I don't have too many rose things in my collection, especially body butters, because of how I associate rose and vanilla. So yeah, this is what this one looks like. Don't know if you guys are able to see it, but if you guys are, yeah. I picked it up from Walgreens, and I think it was like a couple dollars cheaper than what it usually retails for. Lastly, from TJ Maxx / Burlington, Walgreens, all these random places. I also picked up the Nest perfume oil collection, and it's a little small, like 1.1 fluid ounce or 3 milliliters. It comes with the scents Indian jasmine, Seville orange, Balinese coconut, Madagascar vanilla, and Turkish rose. So the Madagascar vanilla scent, I actually end up seeing the full size version of the perfume oil as well as a travel size perfume oil there. But I wanted to try all of the scents. And like I said, I also shop with Sand & Fog, and Sand & Fog has a scent that is supposed to actually smell like Madagascar vanilla from Nest. So it didn't make any sense for me to get both of them since I already had the Sand & Fog one in my order. Okay, so this is what this one looks like. Hopefully you guys are able to see it. They're little small oils. So hopefully I use these. I'm pretty sure I will, but I'm just saying, you know, sometimes when they're rollerball, I kind of like gravitate away from them when I should be gravitating toward them for additional layering. Okay, so some places that I bought from were impromptu buys. I had no intention of buying from them, but I did. Okay, and yeah, this is one of the places that I didn't have any intention of buying from, but I happened to be staying in like a hotel that's connected straight in the Galleria, which is one of our major malls in Houston, and they happen to have a $5.95 sale, and usually Victoria's Secret does the $5.95 sale or their $5 sale only in stores. And I think the only time that I've ever been able to pick something online at like $5 was like when I first started buying from them back in 2022, like late 2022. They had it online, but every year since then, it's always been in store. So the fact that I found like I was at the store when they literally was having it, and I wasn't even paying attention. It was crazy. So I was like, girl, it's kind of kismet. I was really buying the stuff for my mom because my mom likes Victoria's Secret. So I was going to buy the stuff for her, but I started smelling the stuff. I'm like, girl, $5.95, can't beat it. Let me go ahead and get it. So I did. I wasn't supposed to be buying any body mist this year. I went into Bath and Body Works and was able to have tunnel vision and only get the body mist, like the male's body mist for my stepbrother and my stepfather. And I didn't smell any of the fragrances that was there. And then it easily went out, and that was good. But this time I went into Victoria's Secret and I was just like, yeah, because Victoria's Secret has like sales few and far between. And this is usually the best sale. Also, I feel like they went up on their sale. I could have sworn that these used to be $5. They used to have like $5 twice a year, but now it's $5.95. I feel like that's different for what I'm used to. But maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's always been $5.95, but I could have sworn it was like $5 or like $5.50. But now it's $5.95. I don't like, y'all let me know. Long story short, I got some stuff. Okay, so let me start off with the first few items that I have. These two bought from the $5.95 sale. This is the one that I picked up like a few days ago before Christmas. This is Victoria's Secret White Peach and Mango. Never smelt this one. This seems like that this is from their like essential oils line. They changed their packaging because it used to look just like the other ones, but they came out with different bottles, which I'm not mad at. I actually do like the sprayer on this. This is a hair and body mist as well. And I don't think the one that came in the other bottle, that they were advertised as hair and body mist. So yeah, this smells pretty nice. It is potent. For me, I feel like Victoria's Secret are usually pretty potent with alcohol. The only time that it's not is when you are spraying a bunch of stuff and it's like, girl, this is alcohol. That's how I be feeling. So this was good though, at least for me. I also have this coconut milk and rose. My mom ended up having it in a body cream, like not a body cream, a hand cream. And I smelled it and it was just okay. But when I sprayed it out again to see how I liked it, it wasn't bad. So I picked it up, okay? And I picked her up one as well. This fresh fig and sage is the one that they didn't have at the other store that I ended up having to go to another store to find and give to her. When I sprayed it at the other store, I actually like the smell of this. And I hope that what I was smelling is what actually is in this scent. Because sometimes you'll think you're smelling something, but it's really the mixture of everything else on your nose. So we'll see. I think I like this one, so I picked this one up as well for my mother. Okay, so I was trying to avoid doing any flankers, But like I said, I end up going back and then participating in the 5 for 40. So I needed additional scents. This one is the one that my mom tacked onto her 5 for 40 because she needed another scent. And this is Bare Vanilla Brulee. This is the one that Faces by Brittany kept talking about. Like she bought 5 of them. I said, 5? Girl, let me go back to the store because why are you buying 5 of them? I'm confused. It must be good. So I went back and I smelled it. I was like, okay. I'm not really a vanilla lover, so it is what it is. But like for those that love vanilla, I think this is pretty good. This is a creamy vanilla. This says creamy vanilla toasted marshmallow. I looked online. It wasn't available online. So that's the reason why I just went back into the store to go ahead and buy it. This Bare Vanilla Intense she talked about, she said that it kind of smells like a fruity vanilla to her. And I was like, oh, okay, fruity vanillas. Maybe let me see if I like that. So I went back into the first store, it wasn't there, and then the second store I saw it. I was like, okay, girl, let me get you. This is Bare Vanilla Intense. This one is with rich vanilla, soft cashmere luxury, and I think it's just their normal scent amplified. But I don't think people said that the original scent had like a fruity note. Right now, I'm not smelling any fruit. Not gonna lie, but we'll see. Then I need another fragrance to finish out the 5 for 40. So I said, okay, I don't want any of the other scents anymore because I usually don't like having backups. So I said, let me smell the Love Spell or the Love Spell Brulee or the Velvet Petals because I had already bought the other ones when I decided I was going to get it. And I decided on Love Spell Brulee because the Velvet Petals, it just wasn't doing it for me, at least in the store. This one is Warm Peach Honey Blossom. And it's supposed to be a gourmand take on Love Spell. Some of the Love Spell smells just like Love Spell, just with an additional note. But this one actually smells kind of different. So to me, it does. It doesn't give me like standardized Love Spell DNA, at least on the atomizer. I also saw this Victoria's Secret Valentine's Day collection. I don't believe that this was the Valentine's Day collection that they had earlier this year because I know for a fact that I saw them and I didn't participate in that because I was doing good on my no buy for body mist. But I saw these and I decided to, at first I was like, I feel like I'm doing a lot of vanilla, but I decided to go ahead and get it anyways. This is Darling Vanilla Jasmine, and it says, you stole my heart. It says, to my darling vanilla jasmine, you stole my heart, right? This one is vanilla cream, jasmine blossom, and sweet cashmere. And I've been really into cashmere scents lately. So I said, cashmere, we can go ahead and do it. So yeah, this is what this one looks like. Kind of cute. This one is Lovely Berry Rose. Well, it says, to my lovely berry rose, it's real love. Okay. This one has notes of pink lychee, real roses, and velvet petals. This one, I can smell the lychee in there and I can smell the rose in there. Okay. But the rose isn't too much and the lychee isn't giving me sparkling lychee from, Kayali. Which I have no problem with that because I actually have that fragrance. But there's another scent here that gives me more of that lychee from that fragrance, but this one doesn't. So I didn't feel as though it was redundant getting this one. So this is what that one looks like. It's red. Don't know if you guys are able to see it, but yeah. Then it says, to my sweet sugared violet, please be mine. And another scent that I've low-key been gravitating toward is violet. I don't know what it is about violet. It's not like, I don't know. Honestly, I've just been intrigued by it. That's really the best that I can explain for it. This has notes of pink pepper, violet petals, and sugared sandalwood. This is what that one looks like. When I sprayed it out, I didn't mind it, so I got it. Then I got this Wonderland type of fragrance mist collection. The only one that I didn't get is the vanilla one because when I kept smelling it, I could barely smell it. I'm not gonna lie, and I just kept telling myself that I don't want to just keep buying fragrances. And I was going to buy it at the second store, but they only had the body lotion. And I usually don't buy body lotions from Victoria's Secret. So, and plus I'm done with body lotions from Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works, okay? So, yeah, I didn't get the vanilla one, but I got basically everything else. I got the Cherry Bonbon Bliss, and what really sold me on this one was because it has pink winterberry in it. So this is Cherry Bonbon, Sweet Liqueur, and Pink Winterberry. So it's kind of like a fruitier cherry scent. It's not going the gourmand route. We have Candied Berry Wonderland, which I usually lean toward berry scents when they come out with them. So I didn't even think anything of it. I would have been surprised if I didn't like this one, honestly. This is Candied Berries, Jeweled Pomegranate, and Prismatic Musk. This is what that one looks like. Okay. Honestly, I hope y'all are able to see it. That would be crazy if I look at this video and then basically everything I'm showing y'all is like super bright. Okay. Then we have this Whipped Marshmallow Dream, and this is Whipped Marshmallow, Jasmine Blossoms, Cashmere Woods. They was having a moment with Cashmere, okay? It seems like they were having a moment with Cashmere and Violet. So yeah, this is what this one looks like. I was actually surprised that my mom went in the store and she was like, "Oh, I don't mind this. This actually reminds me of you." Okay? And I was like, "Oh, it does." And she was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, do you like it?" She said, "Yeah, I don't mind it." But then she didn't get it for herself. So I went back and picked it up for her during that 5 for 40, like I said. Then lastly, from in store, I picked up another, I guess, line from their Christmas collection. This is Naughty Spice. I was intrigued, girl, so I went ahead and picked it up. Somebody had it on their little shorts, and I said horchata. Okay. Personally, I don't usually gravitate to a scent like this. However, it wasn't bad enough for me to not get it. So yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be something that's gonna grow on me, but I feel like it's gonna do very well with my pairing, especially with the warm cozy scents that I plan on doing when it gets actually cold, because here we are still December 26th and we are probably like the high is at 70, 80. Why Texas? Yeah, okay. So this one has notes of spiced horchata, vanilla froth, cinnamon crystals, pink jasmine, violet sandalwood. Not violet sandalwood, velvet sandalwood. Sometimes I get scents just to try them out, okay? I just want to give it a try, okay? To see how I feel about it, because I may actually like it, and it may be a really good layerer. Then we have Merry Delights, and this one is the one that has lychee in it. It has iced sugar plum, sparkling lychee, violet petals, strawberry snowflakes, and whipped woods. This one smells very similar, like, to that sparkling lychee by Kayali. Okay, and then I purchased on Victoria's Secret's website as well. Did I have to? No. They said that if you purchase by a certain time on the 21st of December, it'll get to you by Christmas. And at first I was like, girl, it's not going to get to me by no Christmas, okay? It's not going to get to me by Christmas. At first it was telling me on the 26th that it was going to get to me. And I was like, yeah, like I thought, not by Christmas. Then it switched to actual Christmas Day. And I was like, oh, okay. Then it ended up being out for delivery on the 24th. I was like, oh, Victoria's Secret? They doing their big one. So, yeah. Yeah. I picked up more items. I said, girl, I done broke my no-buy. I might as well complete it. I'm annoyed. So let's get to it. How Victoria's Secret, when they send you your stuff, they usually put it in a package. Unlike, Bath and Body Works. Usually Bath and Body Works usually put it in a little box and then call it a disay and then send it over to you. I'm like, girl, y'all could have put something on here. Now, this is what really inspired me to just go ahead and make a purchase online. And it's this cashmere floor. Never seen this before. And it seems like it's a part of their permanent line or their core line. They usually bring stuff back and take stuff away. So I don't remember ever seeing cashmere floor. Don't know if this is an old scent that used to exist. But this one has notes of sugared rose, vanilla, cashmere. Didn't know that it was supposed to have rose in it until I got it. And I was like, smells like rose in here. Okay. Okay. I'm not mad at it. This is not my favorite of the cashmere scents, but it's not bad. Hopefully y'all are able to see that. God. I'm not going to smell all of them on camera because I've already smelled them. This is Coconut Passion Brulee. Somebody else was talking about Coconut Passion Brulee in the comment section of Faces by Brittany. So I decided to get this. And honestly, I've noticed that some of their core line, they don't ever make flankers for. But when they do make a flanker for it, I low key gravitate toward it to see like how it is, right? So I've never liked Coconut Passion, like the original one. I smelled it the first time and then I was like, no. And then I said, maybe I don't remember what it smells like. And I actually do like it. So I went back into the store like a couple days ago to smell the regular Coconut Passion and still didn't like it. But this one is kind of like a gourmand scent. So if you are a gourmand baby, then you'll love this one, or you would have loved this one I'm not sure if it's still available. This is Coconut Flakes Brown Sugar for this. It's supposed to be a gourmand take on Coconut Passion. I actually don't mind this one. Surprisingly, this is going to go well with my warm scents, you know. We have another one of these from the Essential Oils line. This is Victoria's Secret's Clementine Hibiscus. Didn't see this in the first store, but I did see it in the second store. So that's the reason why I bought it online, because I thought it was like sold out everywhere, but it was in the second store. Okay, so I ended up getting Festive Fizz. At first, I left this at the store because I was like, oh, okay, I always gravitate towards scents like this, which is a berry scent. So let me just leave this one at the store. But then I needed to make another purchase online. So I was like, girl, let me just add it to the cart, girl. Let me just add it. This is Cranberry Bubbly, Wild Blackberry, White Amber, Sweet Hibiscus, and Cozy Musk, okay? They have the ones in this like little design, like separated by top, heart, and base notes. So it's almost like it's a perfume, but this is how they did it. This one, like I said, it's my normal scent, like a basic berry scent. And I had already bought 2 other berry scents. So I was like, girl, you don't need it. But I still bought it. We have this one. I forgot to smell this one in store the first time. I didn't even go around to even smell this one. So I bought this one and then I went to go smell it at the other store when I bought it again. And I was like, this one is going to have to grow on me, okay? Don't hate this one, but this is going to have to grow on me. This is Midnight Magic, okay? This one has notes of winter apricot, marshmallow cream. In the top, heart notes is hazelnut, blossom, and cashmere rose. And the base notes is honey meringue. Yeah, this one is going to have to grow on me, okay? This one is Victoria's Secret's Pure Seduction Brulee. I usually notice that if I'm going to blind buy a scent and get a flanker, I prefer the Pure Seduction flankers. Okay, I've noticed that in my past flankers from Victoria's Secret, that Pure Seduction, their flankers are usually the line that I would gravitate toward. So I decided to get the Pure Seduction Brulee. This is Mulled Berries Sugared Freesia. Okay, that's what that one looks like. Cute. This is my last miss. This is Amber Romance. Never had Amber Romance, but I went to go smell it and I didn't like it that much. I didn't like the original Amber Romance that much to buy it. So I just kind of blind bought the Amber Romance Brulee because maybe I'll like it better than the regular Amber Romance, okay? This is Amber Crumble. Yeah, is it Amber Crumble? Amber Crumble and Roasted Tonka. Okay, and then this one, this is my first time ever getting oil from the Victoria's Secret side. Usually I only get like the pink ones, the pink brands version of them. This is smaller than the pink version. This is just a 4.3 fluid ounce. And I got this in the scent that I was looking for, and that was Fresh Fig and Sage. This one though, I'm not gonna lie. This oil, like I said, this is my very first time ever having an oil from Victoria's Secret's line. This kind of gives me the smell of Crisco. Vegetable oil. That's what it gives me. So hopefully it gets better because I don't like it right now. But, if not, we'll just use it as just for moisture. This also is a lot looser than the pink version of the oils are. The pink's oils are. This is like a true body oil. Whereas the pink version, theirs are kind of like goopy and not runny. and it almost is like 2 steps from being like that Vaseline gel consistency, but it's still very much loose enough to still be oil. So yeah, this is just a little bit of backstory. Okay guys, so I looked at the camera and we're at 42 minutes and I barely done got to the nitty gritty. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this video off, and then I'm gonna get straight into filming the next set of videos or next sets of videos. We'll see. Okay, hopefully this can just be a 2-parter, but if it's a 3-parter, we're gonna 3-part the thing. Okay. I've only showed you guys things that I've bought in store, and then this was only the Victoria's Secret package that I bought online that I showed you as well, because I showed you with the rest of the stuff. So I do appreciate for you guys for getting to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and most definitely subscribe to this channel. Give me some feedback if you feel as though I should do X, Y, and Z. If you feel as though I should stop doing blah, blah, tell me, girl. Don't forget to like, comment, and most definitely subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.